Testing. Hello. Testing. 1 2 1 2. Out.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing.
Looking forward to seeing some of these young guys from both sides in action today, and the crowd a few people are starting to get here as Gisborne are just about to enter the Queen Elizabeth Arena through the banner for this 2005 Under-18 Grand Final.
Yeah, they do, and they run out now and burst through the banner. As I mentioned, Sandhurst's been out for quite a while, and the Gisborne boys look pretty fired up, and we've got an Eagle Hawk legend, more renowned probably for cricket than football, but it's been involved with the Eagle Hawk under-18s this year, and of course it's Barry Finlay. Good morning, Barry.
Good morning.
Now, Barry, you've obviously seen a fair bit of both of these sides during the year. You saw Gisborne first-hand last week. How do you think we can expect to go?
The side that make the most of the early conditions get a few goals on the board, bit of scoreboard pressure, because it is going to be very slippery. So the guys, and I think, as I say, Bryce Fitzpatrick, Blair Holmes, those guys who really commit their body over the ball, and that's not saying the Gisborne guys don't, I just think that might just give them the advantage.
Right, so it looks like Fitzpatrick, Blair Holmes, Ryan Gow and Jason Mannis to start in the middle for Sandhurst. Walsh is in there for Gisborne.
Malesi.
In
the ruck.
Yeah, did a good job last week against Eagle Hawk, I thought, and had a fair rest at the end of the game. And
Darren Ingleton's also in the centre for Gisborne.
Yeah, he was good too last week, as the umpire's just waiting for Richard Jones to get off the ground. We're ready to get underway here. Under-18s 2005 BFL Grand Final. Sandhurst taking on Gisborne in the big one, and Brendan Baker on the Fresh 895 FM.
Malesi versus Gow, up they go. No, it comes off his head, off his head into play now. Gisborne runners onto it through Ryan Jones. Jones couldn't get possession, come up with a footy wrapped up in a tackle. Now it spills out. Teammate on the end of the left foot goes forward for Gisborne. Only sent out forward. Sandhurst player nearly held there, couldn't get possession. Off the top by Chris Clay. Clay with a handball over the top, running back for Sandhurst is Ryan Gow onto his left foot, trying to get onto his right, but goes with the left. Long to the outside wing, looking for Tui. Tui now with the ball in front of him. And we'll have it over the line. Alexander had one job to do, and that was to start the clock. And he forgot.
So the ball's out over the boundary line on the outer side of the Queen Elizabeth Oval. And it's tossed back into play now. Malesi and Gow go up, off the ground by Nolan. Mannis can run onto it. Nolan goes off the ground up towards half forward. Race for the footy. Mannis leads in it, gets it back inside towards McCarthy. Umpire's picked out a free kick. Will go to Jason Mannis, sporting the Kevin Peterson style hairdo this morning. Goes in towards the middle of the ground. Poor kick. Gisborne defence couldn't control it. They do now through Bate. He goes out laterally across half back. The race is on for the footy. Gisborne will win it. They'll pick up and go up towards centre wing now. They do that. Huntington's there. He can't control the footy. Nolan dives in on top of it, and he'll see it over. Chris Clay was the man doing the work across half back. And just a couple of minutes gone here on the Fresh 895 FM.
Good play by Nolan, the fine touch. Gow versus Malesi in the ruck. Boundary umpire puts the ball back into the air. Up they go. Gow works to the front, gets a fist on it, back towards the boundary line, and we'll do it all over again. Alexander had one job to do, Bruce Top. It was to get the clock right, and he can't even do that.
Just an interesting matchup already. Clay at centre half forward on Long. Long likes to control half back. Clay moved right up to their half-back flank, so I say he's going to run him around a bit there.
Nolan at the back of the pack now, gets a hand pass over towards Bryce Fitzpatrick. He can't get a handle on the footy. A lot of players in and around it. Malesi's there for Gisborne. No one can take control of the footy. Worked out to Leighton now. Tui, he gets a smothered kick up towards half forward. Here comes Blair Holmes, left foot ball, inside 50. Kennedy attacked the footy, couldn't take the mark. Gisborne players getting back in numbers. Kennedy arrives on the scene to lay the tackle. It's worked out now by a Burgess out towards half back. Tui leads in the race for the footy. Got some time and space. Gets around onto the left. Kick up towards Leighton at half forward. Couldn't take the mark. It's out. And no, it's in fact kept in by the Gisborne player. And he'll bring it in towards half forward, but he's kicked it straight to Sandhurst. Bryce Fitzpatrick, 60 metres from the Dragons' goal.
Yes, Fitzpatrick now in possession. Wheels inboard on the right foot, looking for his forwards. Oh, bad kick though over the top. Well played there. Comes down to a Sandhurst player. Snap on goal. And I'll tell you what, he's just missed.
Matt D.
Nat D, was it? One behind. Good effort, though, but in front and square, Barry.
He was right in the right spot. He's usually a fair finisher, so, and these are the vital ones early in the game. Before the ball gets too wet and slippery, if you can nail a couple, it just puts enormous pressure on the other side to catch up all day then.
Burgess will be the man to bring it back into play for the Bulldogs. And he's got a player in Brad Jones on short, but elects to go long out towards the far side of the ground. He's found a target, good kick. Pat May's the man. And May has it on defensive 50, kicks up towards centre wing. Oh, it's not a good kick, it's out in the full. And Tui will be the man for the Dragons to pump him into attack. 4 minutes gone here on the Fresh 895 FM. Under 18's grand final for 2005.
Tui now with the footy. Goes long looking for Holmes. No, bad kick. Didn't set up real well. Bradley Jones for Gisborne gets possession. Swings wide towards the coach's box and finds a teammate in Ryan Jones. Jones now with possession. Short chip over the top. Holmes running back onto it for Sandhurst. Can't get there in time. And a good mark by Chris Clay.
That could have been 50 there. He knocked it out of his hands.
The umpire was there too, Baz. Didn't pay. Clay now goes short to Jones again. Jones has done well. Run on football. Kicks over the ordinary sort of kick. Probably could have done better there. Good effort there by Daniel Favaro. Now Sandhurst in possession. Blair Holmes with a wobbly torpedo and a good defender's mark there for Gisborne.
And it's Pat May with the footy on half back. Been pretty prominent early. We'll look upfield. Got a lot of players. Malisi, the ruckman's up there. He goes in that direction. Can't get to him. Layden's up for Sandhurst. Gow dives in on the footy. Oh, Tom McCarthy coming, met it hard. Getting it out for Gisborne there was Ingleton. And a lot of players in around the footy. Hand pass comes out now. McCarthy dives in after it. Gets the footy now. Just knocks it forward. May kicked it back into McCarthy. And Layden just hand passes and off a Gisborne opponent and Brad Jones and out and over the boundary line. Ball to be tossed back in now in front of the Sandhurst coach's box. And 5.5 minutes gone here on the Fresh 895 FM.
Gow versus Malesi. Henry umpire puts the ball in the air. Nullified tap out. Good play there by Bowling for Gisborne. Gets the ball forward only as far as Sandhurst though. Good play by John Layden. Layden with a scrubby kick only as far as a Gisborne player in Aaron Bates. Bates with a scrubby kick forward. Gisborne though playing on at all times, keeping the ball forward. Faulkner comes out, the Simons medalist, couldn't trap the footy. Good play. Still in there though, Faulkner. Oh, dived on top of the footy. It might have been leg, but the umpire will say, give it to me, boys. We have played 6 minutes. Alexander's got the countdown clock working. That's not going to help us. Oh, no, you finally got it going, Alexander. You've done well.
Have indeed, Brendan. The ball's tossed up 50 metres out from the Gisborne goal. And they'll go through forward now by Walsh. He gets a kick up 15 metres out from goal. No one can take a mark. Hare gets back for Sandhurst. He can't take control of the footy. Smalley off the ground. That was good. And he's found touch, I think, 60 metres out from the Gisborne goal in front of the South Bendigo social rooms here at the Queen Elizabeth Oval. It's Sandhurst one behind, letting Gisborne no score on the Macedon Rangers glass scoreboard. 6 minutes travelled here in the under-18 grand final.
Goals are going to be at a premium. Up they go. Ball comes down the front, wrapped up in a tackle. The umpire's plucked one here, Barry. I think it's going to be... Oh, no, it's going to ball it up.
No, it was a good tackle. Pinged him straight away.
I thought he was going to ping him high there. But up they go again. Good leap by both players. Brett Long comes down for the Sandhurst, couldn't kick off the ground, trying to head towards the boundary line. The umpire might have picked one out here, Baz. I think he has.
Bryce Fitzpatrick.
Bryce Fitzpatrick with a free kick. No advantage. They'll have to bring it all the way back. So goals are going to be at a premium today. We've played nearly 7.5, 8 minutes. 1 point to the Sandhurst Dragons.
They've probably got the slight advantage of a breeze at the moment. Not a great advantage, but
whatever's
got to make the most of it.
Yeah, whatever breeze is there, Baz. So Bryce Fitzpatrick with the footy. Goes long, looking for a teammate, McCarthy, under the ball. Good hands on it there for Sandhurst was Layden. Ball comes out now, Faulkner in underneath it. Malisi there as well. Stacks on the mill, the umpire will say, give it to me, boys. Right in front of the QEO grandstand. 8 minutes gone, under 18, a grand final.
Crowd building up here at the Queen Elizabeth Oval. Just early, of course, but get up here. Big day of footy going on. Gow went up against Malisi, won it down. Blair Holmes couldn't take control of the footy and just dives in on top of Reece Huntington. And Huntington will have the footy now. Oh, he played on. Bryce Fitzpatrick comes at him, wheels around onto the left, up towards Faulkner. He's taken the mark, sporting the shaved wig today. Goes up towards the top of the goal square. No one can take a mark off the ground. Sulpetro couldn't register a major score, but he's got a minor and scores a level. Sandhurst one behind, Gisborne one straight behind on the P&D tailing scoreboard.
Yeah, it looked like Sol Pietro was going to run into the open goal off the ground there, Alexander, but didn't. Sandhurst now come out, risky kick, done well there. I think he found, was it Mead? Got one. Oh, dropping the ball, he's hot on that. Gisborne go forward now, the long kick.
Bit stiff there, it looked like a trip to me.
Yeah, I didn't know, I thought he clipped heels. I don't know whether it was, he was pretty hot with the decision though.
He certainly was.
Sandhurst now in possession, a go long, and has found a teammate out there. Allen now swings long, looking for Nolan. Nolan couldn't take the mark. Goes back onto a good play. Burgess there for Gisborne. Sandhurst now still in possession. Good play by the boys. They're trying to work the ball forward. Gisborne getting back there by Reese Hudson. Hudson now, McCarthy with the foot. He kicks on the left foot. Smothered. Well done. Tui. Missed what he should have taken. Gisborne run through the lines. 3 versus 1 there. They should have done better there, Sandhurst. In possession now. Out comes Lee Kelly for Sandhurst. He's done well. Faulkner lays a strong tackle, and the umpire says is out of bounds. We've played nearly 10 minutes, first quarter, under 18, a grand final.
Attacking side of centre for the Gisborne Bulldogs. The ball will be tossed back into play, and it's 1 point each at the moment. Gow and Malisi go at it, one down towards the front of the pack. No one can get an effective possession away. Worked out now by Gisborne. A lot of strong tackling going on. A lot of players in around the footy. Oh, the umpire's gone down. He wasn't, just slipped over though, Brendan. Wasn't contacted by anyone, and he's ran in now as he regains his feet to call the ball up. Just a bit of push and shove going on off the ball. And it's Long
versus
Chris Clay.
Throwing a bit of weight around the boys, which is good. Up they go. Gow versus Malisi. Gow comes down with the foot. He couldn't get possession. It's very tough in the clinches. Good off the ground there. Finds Zadakowski for Gisborne. Goes long, looking for teammates up forward. All running under the ball. But Sandhurst defenders getting back. Oh, Gisborne play a hell without it. I thought there might have been a whistle on play there. There wasn't. Chris Clay now for Gisborne. Snaps, but has kicked it one behind. Gisborne goals are going to be at a premium today, Barry Finlay.
They are. Just as I said before, Chris Clay's mobility is just causing Brett Long a bit of concern.
Yeah, plenty of movement by him.
Long's really good reader of the play at centre half back, but with Clay moving around, he's running him around a fair bit, and it looks like there's a blood rule at young bloke coming up for Gisborne.
Yep.
Number 12.
Bowling.
It's
being replaced by 16, Doherty.
So it'll be Mark Millard to bring the ball back into play anyway. Gisborne 2 straight behind. Sandhurst 1 straight behind on the P&D tiling scoreboard. And Millard goes long, straight down the middle of the ground towards Nolan. He couldn't take the mark. Manus hacks it out of mid-air. It was clever. Bryce Fitzpatrick gets the advantage of a good bounce. Runs towards half forward, pushed onto the footy.
Oh, well done.
Allen, good air pass over the top. Allen goes off the ground, up towards Jack Kennedy. Oh, running through there's Jack Bennett. Kick around the body, just misses.
Good build-up.
And that's the exact play that they're going to need today.
Yep.
Doesn't matter how we get it forward, we hack her off the ground, we push it, we just continually move it forward. It's not rocket science today where blokes are going to take 15, 20 marks as forwards. We've just got to continue to move it forward.
Yeah, quick transference of the footy. And it'll be Burgess to bring it back in, Brendan.
Yeah, as Burgess goes forward to that man, Callum Doherty. Doherty just on the ground. Right in the pocket, going to be, he might nearly go back to Burgess here. He's on his own, they might switch plays. He's going to come to the grandstand side. Doherty now comes looking for Ingleton. Up they fly, great mark. Tom McCarthy, Anamul, they call him. Good mark, 52 metres out, probably a bit far out in these conditions. But
geez, it's crowded up there.
It is very big blood going on. McCarthy swings on the left foot, goes to the top of the square. All Gisborne, fists on the footy, down it comes. Jack Kennedy there tries to get possession for Sandhurst, and the ball runs over the boundary line. We'll have a ball in. We've gone 13 minutes, first quarter, under 18 BFL Grand Final.
Bit of strength on the bench too. Pioneer and senior player for Sandhurst, Tom Hartney, just warming the pine at this stage. Gow goes up, gets a punch forward towards the top of the goal square. All Gisborne though, and Bate will work it out to the middle of the ground. Oh, the kick's not a good one. Bryce Fitzpatrick leads in the race for the footy. Picks it up now. Will dodge one opponent and kick inside 50, 25 metres out from goal. Push in the back there. Getting back for Gisborne was Favaro. He couldn't take the footy. Hand pass by Bate to Burgess, and they'll work it out via Huntington. He's on half back for the Bulldogs. Kicks on the left foot up towards Chris Clay. He works the ball in front of himself. himself, beat a couple. Lee Kelly's there though. Kick up towards half forward. Tom McCarthy with the footy on half forward. Oh, it's worked over by Doherty. Bennett's got the footy, evades one tackle, kicks into the man on the mark, and Gisborne will get out of trouble towards centre wing.
Up goes Faulkner, good contest. Here's that man Fitzpatrick, couldn't run onto it. Good play there by Layden. Layden gets a quick handball to Gow. Gow goes long into the forward line. Oh, all Gisborne defenders getting back there. Ryan Jones got the run of the footy. Out comes Matthew D. D done well. Got a handball back to his teammate there in Daniel Allen. Allen goes to the top of the square, but Gisborne defenders will be happy to rush it behind.
They've done the percentage thing there, but they had 2 or 3 in the square on their own. Not a lot of talk, but that's the pressure of finals. But they're very disciplined. Just whacked it through for a behind.
Yep. Take the safe option in these conditions. Barriers. Burge is about to bring the footy on the fresh. 895 Alexander Collins.
Willie's got the dreadlocks on to Burgess.
A bit of a theme down there. I think Eamon Hancock's got a set.
Yeah, the red-headed dreadlocks. It's a great look as Burgess brings it out towards half-back. Good kick out towards Favaro. Couldn't take the mark. Bate crashed through. Did well. Gets it over the top now towards Jones. He gets a hand pass over towards Bate. He runs through the middle of the ground. Gets a left foot kick up towards half-forward. Good mark. Malisi's there. And he takes it. No, in fact, it's Fatkowski. And
get it right, Alexander.
Yeah, thanks, Brendan. He goes up. He goes up now towards the hot spot. No, it's Salpetro. I think he's taken the grab 30 metres out from goal in the long sleeves. And I think that player's Salpetro. It is.
Looks like he's dived on an emblem, but there's no emblem on the ground. He's got a big striker red through the hair, Alexander.
He has indeed. There is a bit of a theme down there, Brendan.
Yeah. He used his body well there, but for a light guy, he shouldn't have pushed Josh Hare off the ball that easy. But this is a guy, he doesn't need a lot of kicks to hurt you. But if you man him up close, he doesn't like the close attention. But
good play there.
Looks
I
like
think he's going to go to goal.
I think it is a goal.
It looked like it was touched. Brett Long said it is a goal.
So Salpetro gets the first goal of the game. Gisborne 1-2-8. Sandhurst 3 straight behind on the Macedon Rangers glass scoreboard.
Barry Finlay.
Gisborne's backline's been outstanding the way they've teamed together. Bates, big strong body running off half back. The big boy with the dreadlocks, who now he's still at centre half back, but they've been a real good unit down the back half.
Yeah, Bates been good through the clinches, Barry.
Very strong.
Oh,
yeah.
Umpire says we had an extra Sandhurst player in, Brenton Toohey, I think it was. So Malisi has possession, goes straight up the middle, best way home, looking for Faulkner. Out he comes on the lead, dropped what he should have taken, got underneath it. Sandhurst player, they diving on the ball, good play. Have to get it out though. Clay now, quick kick up forward. Clay for Gisborne tries to run onto a good play by Hare. Out he comes, gets a handball out, finds a teammate, tough in the clinches. There is Aka Manis. Manis now goes long on the left, only as far as that man we just mentioned, Bates, doing a fantastic job, Aaron Bates for Gisborne.
Bate with the footy, got a good kick into the middle of the ground. Blair Holmes went up, couldn't take the grab. Layden's there, could have copped one high. The umpire said he did. John Layden, very good senior player for the Dragons this year, goes up towards Kennedy. He couldn't take the mark. Holmes is there, couldn't get a handle on the footy. Gisborne work it out now through Jones. Hand pass over the top through Huntington. Awkward left foot kick up towards half forward. Josh Hare's there. Mark Millard is too. He gets a hand pass over the top. Over towards, comes out towards half back now, and Hare's there. Gets a hand pass out towards Gow. Hare followed up the footy. Gow, he's ripped off it. Hare goes back on it now, gets it over towards Long. He couldn't take it. Gisborne, they go forward now through Nick Grant. Gets a kick around the body. No one can take it. Kelly gets back for the Sandhurst defence and he'll work it over. So just a bit of a turnover across half back there. Could have ended in disaster for the Dragons. It didn't.
I would have better put Nick Grant in my program there, Alexander. Didn't have him on the sheet, so that'll be handy if he keeps getting possessions. Up they go now, Long versus Malisi. Good tap by Long. Back into the danger zone though. Coming out was Layden. Very solid and will go to find touch. Right in front of the QEO swimming, the actual city bars there where Barry Finlay used to hit them big sixes. Straight into the deep end, Baz, in your heyday.
That was a long time ago.
Oh yeah, but they were big hits. So we'll have a throw in now. We've nearly played 17 minutes. Ball back into the action. A stalemate develops and the umpire's picked out a free.
Yeah, pulled one out there.
Yeah,
It'll be Millard to take the footy.
Millard's got possession now, goes short and finds a teammate.
In Layden.
He's played well. Layden now goes long to the outside wing. Burgess goes up for Gisborne, gets a fist on the footy, back into it Burgess. He's been good. Nearly dived on the ball. The umpire might say, no, we'll have a throw in.
That was a great contest. He punched the ball. He was back in, like for a big guy, back in at ground level, forced it out of bounds. So, as I say, that back line of Gisborne's has been outstanding, I think.
Centre wing, outside of the Queen Elizabeth Oval. Holmes goes off the ground. Oh, it's clean bowled about 6 or 7. Gisborne get it towards full back. They'll pick it up now and they'll run away through Pat May. Oh, shocking kick. Blair Holmes is marked at 48 metres from goal. Will probably be too far to kick the goal. Has Tom McCarthy at the top of the square. Elects to go sideways to Layden, who's just marked about 47 metres out. So not a big gain in distance there, but they've kept possession, the Dragons. D breaks from the square now. Elects not to go in that way. Goes long to the top of the square. Big pack develops. Oh, it's over the back. Layden's kicked the goal. That's a beauty from outside 50. John Layden gets the Dragons first. They're back in front. 139. Sandhurst, Gisborne 128 on the Macedon Rangers glass scoreboard.
Johnny Layden,
Been solid, Baz.
he's been very good, and that's just how he is. I've seen him come through his junior footy, and I have never seen him play a really poor game. He's just consistent, in and at it, and he's a guy you'd love to have in your side.
Rosita's Rising Star nominee this year, John Layden, for his work with the Sandhurst seniors, as Tom Hartney has just come onto this wing for Sandhurst.
Up they go, Malisi Gow. Good tap going forward. Here's Ackermanis. Manis now runs through, goes short. Probably could have went long. Gisborne defence holding up well. Good play there by Patrick May. Back into the contest with his handball to Favaro. Gisborne working hard. Sandhurst now in possession. Wrapped up in a tackle. They'll stacks on the mill, and the umpire says, give it to me. 48 metres out. We've played right on 20 minutes.
That was great ruck work by Gow.
It was.
And one thing, if you don't get the defensive side of Manis, he hits a ball at top pace and gets good clearances for him.
Kick out into towards the middle of the ground. Holmes is there, picks up the footy now, goes backwards, can't find a teammate there. Gisborne will work it out through Clay. A punch now by Clay to Long, and there's a quarter time siren. So an entertaining first quarter here in the under-18 grand final for 2005. Sandhurst 139, Gisborne 128 on the P&D tiling scoreboard. Been a fascinating first term here. We'll be back with more after this on the Fresh 895 FM live footy.
My days we rely on kicking forward to the tall forwards, and both sides have got that, but that's not going to work today.
Yeah, Gisborne just break from their huddle now, and they're out. And both sides are back in position. We're ready for a start here in the second quarters of under-18s action on the Fresh 895 FM. A big grand final day coming up for you. Of course, Gisborne taking on South Bendigo in the reserves after this game, and Gisborne taking on Eagle Hawk in the big one this afternoon. 2:15, that'll kick off. We'll be here for it on the Fresh under-18s action. Brendan Baker.
Stone versus Malesi. Up they go. No one gets a tap out. Gisborne come forward through Scott Walsh. In they go for Sandhurst. Good play there by Tom Hartney. Hartney comes out, but Gisborne run onto the footy. I think it's Walsh. Goes long to the square. Oh, Sal Pietro touched. It looked like it was going to lob into his lap.
Hit him right on the chest. It just come over and he wasn't quite ready, but they're the chances you got to take. And look, he's usually good enough to take them, but that's one he's missed out on there.
I don't think he was ready for it to come over the top of the pack, Baz. He was looking for it off hands, I think. And if it had been a watermelon, they'd be still wiping the pips off him. Hit him right in the chest, and he dropped what he should have taken.
Manis with the footy.
Manis with the footy.
And he'll kick out now. Up towards Tui. Oh, the kick's not a good one. It's hit a Gisborne player on the chest. He dropped it. Tui gets back on the footy now. Hand pass out to Mark Millard. He goes up with a torpedo kick out towards the outer side. Dane Stone's there for Gisborne. He gets a kick up towards centre wing. Leading in the race is Chris Clay. Stone come through and bumped in. Fitzpatrick, that was clever. Got a kick up towards half forward. Tom McCarthy's there. Slides in on his knees. Jack Bennett's also there. Pat May goes back for Gisborne. Gets the footy. And I think he'll receive a free quick. And it's Jones, yes, on half back, Brendan.
Yeah, just over the shoulder. A little bit stiff there. Good play by Fitzpatrick again. Jones goes long to the wing looking for Zadakowski, I think it was. Sandhurst, though, good play there. Brenton Tui, blind turn, spins out, goes long to centre forward. Oh, nearly a mark there, but wasn't paid to Daniel Allen. Now Gisborne go forward. Back they go. Good play by Tom Hartney, running with the flight of the ball. Good courage. Couldn't come down with the mark, though. Gisborne attacking still. Good play there by Millard. He's been fairly solid for Sandhurst and is out to the pool wing and found a teammate in Leyden. Leyden now, handball over to big Jack Kennedy. Kennedy goes long into the forward line looking for Jackson Bennett. Bennett now swings on top of the square, but that man again, Aaron Bates, has taken the mark. Defensive square for Gisborne. He's been good today, Bates, Alexander.
Yeah, Bates very solid down there. He'll kick out on the left foot up towards Jones. He goes up. And, the ball bounced off his chest. Vivaro and Pat May went in there. No one can get a clear possession away. Tui's there. Hand pass out to McCarthy. Back over towards Tui. He gets around one on the left foot. Top of the square. Burgess getting back. They won't spoil each other. It'll be Bate to take the mark and relieve the danger. Gets out towards half-backs. Got a teammate out there. It's Fatskowski. Oh, he's under a bit of pressure now. Jack Kennedy comes at him. Goes one way. Then the other. Kick inside. 50's a good one. And he's got Blair Holmes 40 metres out from goal.
Good persistence there by Sandhurst to be able to keep it in there attacking 50. Good play by Brenton Tui.
He started this quarter really well.
3 possessions there, sideways a couple of times, but had presence of mind to keep possession and find a teammate. So Blair Holmes, we played 3 minutes. This would be a handy goal for Sandhurst as he comes in, drop punt, fairly heavy ball, gets under it, but get to the right-hand side and one behind. So Sandhurst go to 1-4-10, leading Gisborne 1-3-9 on the P&D tiling scoreboard. Alexander Collins.
Ball to be brought back in now by Burgess. He's been pretty good. Luke Burgess for the Gisborne Bulldogs. He'll come out towards the grandstand side of the ground. Big kick up towards Jones. No one can get there. Oh, Tom McCarthy did that. Stood up strong, the Heathcote boy, and took the mark on attacking 50. Kick inside 50 towards D. No one can get there. D shovels it along in front of him now. Oh, Burgess didn't dispose of it correctly. Doesn't matter, said the umpire. Jones, he's just corralled by McCarthy. Went for a hand pass over to May. No one can get it. Oh, the Gisborne defence is under pressure here by the Sandhurst boys. As it'll be Huntington to work it out now. Only as far as Jack Kennedy, who spilt the mark, though, unfortunately. Stone come through and laid the big tackle in the middle of the Queen Elizabeth Oval, 60 metres out from the Sandhurst goal, and the umpire will toss the ball high into the air, and it'll be Long and Fatskowski to go up.
Down comes the footy. In possession for Gisborne was Huntington. Huntington couldn't get out. Bryce Fitzpatrick, good play. Again, keeping the ball going forward. Wrapped up in a tackle there with Sandhurst. But Jack Kennedy now wrapped up in good play by Gisborne. They worked the footy out looking for a teammate, and Ryan Dillon now. Dillon versus Mead. Mead does well, keeps his feet where Dillon didn't. Mead paddles the ball. Good play by Nathan Mead. Goes long, but the kick was disappointing. Favaro should have marked that, dropped it. Sandhurst doing well, Sandhurst, keeping possession and keeping the ball moving forward. Good play. Stalemate develops on that side flank. The ball's still alive. Clean bowl there was a Gisborne player. That man again, Fitzpatrick's been good for Sandhurst. Goes long into the forward line.
He does. Burgess is up there for Gisborne, and his teammate there in Jones. Brad Jones has the footy. Goes over the top now, and it's Ryan Jones with the footy. Jones to Jones there.
Good tackle by Hartney.
Yeah, it was good pressure there. And Brenton Tui's got the footy, goes in towards the middle of the ground. Jack Kennedy, he's got time and space, 60 metres out from goal. Has Leeds coming now, has McCarthy doubling back to the top of the square, goes for Jack Bennett. He can't take the mark. McCarthy's there, bump Pat May off the footy. Daniel Allen's in there, he couldn't take it. Oh, good air pass out by Leyden, into the pocket. Mac D kicks towards the open goal. Oh, and getting back there was Bate, did a good job, been pretty solid across the full-back line in that first quarter. Aaron Bate and a bit, and we've travelled 5.5 minutes here. Fresh footy live in 05 under 18s action with Brendan Baker.
Luke Burgess, Gisborne defence under enormous pressure. Sandhurst doing well to keep the ball inside their attacking 50. Burgess now goes short looking for a teammate and found him in Scott Walsh. Walsh deep in the South Bendigo pocket, switches play back to Burgess, this way, that way. Now Burgess might have the opportunity to go wide towards the swimming pool wing. Good play there from Sandhurst. Fist on the footy. Gisborne in possession now. They go backwards. They've got possession. Kick long to the centre of the ground looking for Huntington. Huntington takes possession. He swings onto the left foot. Oh, a banger of a kick on the left foot, but got it going forward looking for Faulkner. Faulkner works his way to the front. Good effort. Oh, nearly got one in the back. Gisborne done well. They've jumped on the footy. Faulkner, I thought, might have nearly caught one in the back, but the Sandhurst player had presence of mind to leap over the top and not ride him into the ground. We have played 6.5 minutes, 30 metres out, directly in front, Gisborne attacking 50.
So Stone up against Malisi there. No one can win it away. There's a lot of players around the footy. Dayton Stone's in and under it now. Scoops out a little handball. No one can get an effective possession away, and the ball's locked up.
Sandhurst have certainly lifted their intensity around the packs with their tackling. I thought Gisborne are on a top a little bit there in the first quarter, but that's changed around a bit this quarter.
They have Barry kick out of the pack up towards full forward. Walsh was there, couldn't get a hand on the footy. Salpetro worked it out in front of him. No one can pick it up now. Nolan does, gets a boot to ball. Tui's there, he can't get it out. Hand pass by Long. Faulkner's there for Gisborne. Hand pass comes out now and managed to clear danger for Sandhurst. Oh, there's a whistle behind play though. Faulkner. I think someone's given Faulkner a little bit of treatment there behind play.
Just a push in the back after he handballed it out. A bit stiff. Look, in these conditions, he got his body in and his momentum got pushed forward a bit, but gee, vital free kick, 40 out. Like, there's been a lot of that let go because of the good tackling and that, so...
Makes all the difference when you get a medal during the week, Baz. The umpires do look after you. So Faulkner now, we've played 7.5 minutes, vital kick. Very good purchase on the footy. I'll tell you what, the goal umpire hasn't moved.
He's a great kick.
Goal umpire hasn't moved, and that's a good goal. Mark Millard goes back and lets Faulkner know, but never looked like he was going to miss. Head over the footy, magnificent drop punt. So Gisborne go to 2-3-15, leading Sandhurst 1-5-11 on the Macedon Rangers glass scoreboard.
I think Brenton Faulkner actually gets to do like 2 or 3 extra skill sessions a week because he goes to Penley and Essendon Grammar, and football's actually
does he?
Yeah, football's actually a subject down that way.
Kenny Fletcher's the man down there in charge. So
no wonder he put that one through with ease.
Look, he's doing a great job. Like, he's got a stress fracture in the foot, and he's out there playing as a forward. I really hope in the long run he doesn't do himself any damage that could hurt him for his future, actually, with his foot.
Yeah, Tui to work it out now for Sandhurst. Goes up towards half forward. Bennett was there. He couldn't get hands on the footy. Allen's there too. Leading in the race for Gisborne. There's Favaro. He can't work the ball out of bounds. Tui does eventually now. And it's out. Just slightly attacking side of centre wing for Sandhurst. They're in attack.
Good quarter. This Brenton Tui this quarter.
He's been lively, hasn't he?
Oh, he's had about 7 or 8 possessions.
Yeah, finds the footy quite regularly, Brenton Tui. As the ball's tossed back into play. Fresh 895 FM footy.
Daniel Stone gets a purchase on the ball, only as far as, I think it's Manus out there, this way, that way, gets on the left, scrubby little kick forward, looking for Blair Holmes. Holmes caught out in possession, then got forced behind the footy. Up comes with the ball is Grant, we think it is Nick Grant for Gisborne, keeps the ball going forward, and the ball, a boundary umpire says, give it to me, boys. We've gone 9.5 minutes, swimming pool wing. Might have to try and get a team sheet, Baz, because we're not sure whether some of these boys in the Gisborne...
Yeah, well, last week there was 4 Gisborne boys, didn't play in their correct number, and I think any time of the year it's bad, but trying to call fine also should...
not making our job any
Well, I'd fine them for each player that aren't in their right numbers, simple as that.
Blair Holmes goes out towards Leighton, smart kick over towards Tui, the kid's a ball magnet, works up towards 70 metres out from goal, kick up now, oh, McCarthy couldn't take the mark, Bennett finds space, kick on goal, was just missed to the right hand side.
He's second behind too,
yeah, Jack Bennett, dangerous around the big sticks.
Gee, set up well there though, front and square, the big bloke brought it down and just offline.
Yeah, 1-6-12 Sandhurst, Gisborne 2-3-15 on the P&D dialing scoreboard. And all the action available on Limelight videos, call Adam at Limelight Videos for the videos of all 3 games this afternoon.
Bradley Jones comes long past the South Bendigo Social Club, only as far as the centre wing looking for Chris Clay. Couldn't find him. Clay's been fairly good today. So we'll have a boundary throw in right in front of the grandstand. Stone versus Malesi. Up they go. Ball, big throw in over the back. Good play there by Leighton, I think, for Sandhurst. Gets the fist on it. Tom Hartney goes back. Good left-hand hand. Oh, well done. Cut off there. The footy from the Gisborne defender goes long into the forward line. Good punch on the footy by Nathan Mead, and is hit it about 30 metres. Good play there by Ryan Jones, it was. Intercepted the Tom Hartney handball, and play has been transferred, and we'll have a boundary throw in. 11 minutes just ticked over, second quarter, BFL Grand Final, Gisborne by 3 points, Alexander Collins.
Footy moved very quickly from defence into attack for Gisborne, and they've got a throw up beside the point post, and there's a bit going on in the ruck, and umpire pulls out a pretty soft one. Brett Long to be the recipient, so Long in the back pocket, can go laterally, does that now over towards Bryce Fitzpatrick, who runs out towards half-back. He'll have the heat coming now from Svatskowski. Svatskowski gets there first. Oh, they just did a big bear hug there. Bryce Fitzpatrick will get the kick. Won't worry him, Bryce Fitzpatrick. He's as tough as nails, and he's got the kick on half-back.
Young Svatskowski, a couple of times he's had it in his possession, but gone at it one hand, and it's not much good in those. It's no good in any conditions. But they had a switch there before that he fumbled, and that one there, I just thought he could have taken it and gone with that.
So Svatskowski, Bryce Fitzpatrick's kicked the wind. He got underneath it, and the wind helped it towards the swimming pools, out in the full. So Svatskowski, that is not the siren, that's someone on a bugle over on the far side. Svatskowski go, big fly there by Nick Grant, off hands. Sandhurst defenders gets back, was Bryce Fitzpatrick, long and torp, wobbly sort of kick out there. They've got numbers laid and tried to grab the footy and go on his left, but the boundary umpire says, give it to me, boys, we'll do it all again. Swimming pools, side wing, 12 minutes gone, second quarter, under 18 BFL Grand Final.
Yeah, if someone can pull just a few lucky goals out of their hat, they will be well on their way to winning this goal. We'll probably see it open up after half-time as the ball's tossed in. Half forward for Gisborne, and umpires picked out a free kick, and Bryce Fitzpatrick will be the recipient. He'll get it on half-back, and Fitzpatrick's got the footy now, has leads coming on. We'll have to go towards the outer side of the ground. Does that towards Burgess and McCarthy. McCarthy gets across, couldn't take the mark. He's on hands and knees, tries to shovel it out. Dane Stone gets over there, works the ball backwards to McCarthy. Now over to Layden it is, in fact. He goes up towards half forward. Bate gets back, did well. And, yeah, got it across the line, was close to a juggled mark. And Bate and Burgess been particularly solid across the defensive 50 for the Gisborne Bulldogs. Ball to be tossed back into play 80 metres from the
good play
Dragons
there by
goal.
Big Stone and McCarthy. Kept their feet, kept possession, but in comes the boundary throw-in. Stone works his way to the front. Malesi comes down with the footy. Out it comes, I think it's Layden again. Probably got slung when he didn't have the footy. Goes Gisborne now into attack. Sandhurst has got to get back. Out comes Ingleton for Gisborne. Overrun the footy. Good play there by Lee Kelly. Kelly now got players. I think it's... I didn't see the Gisborne boys. Sorry, Manus comes on. Done well there. Gisborne were in possession through Nick Grant, and they've forced it to the boundary line. Jason Manus, good football. Gisborne could have got possession on centre wing. We've gone 13, nearly 14 minutes. A boundary umpire says, give it to me, boys. We'll throw it in. Malesi versus Stone. Stone does well. Gets hands on it, finds a teammate. Out it comes to Lee Kelly. Kelly now goes long, only as far as that man again, Bradley Jones. Been good across half-back, the Jones boys. Quick kick by Sandhurst, and they're out on the full, so Gisborne will take possession, swimming pool flank.
They do that. They're on half-back. Kick comes in towards Jones. Has Burgess streaming past. Elects not to go in that direction. Kick across the ground. Huntington leads in the race for footy. Tom Hartney's there. He wheels around onto the left. Reece Huntington. Awkward kick into the middle of the ground. Player just come on. There's Gundy. He gets a kick up towards Doherty. Mead comes from behind. Big punch. No one can win the footy for Varos there. Gets a hair pass out towards Clay on the left boot around the corner. And it's through for a minor score there. So Gisborne go into attack again. They're 2-4-16. Sandhurst 1-6-12 on the Macedon Rangers glass scoreboard.
Good build up there as Mark Millard now comes out looking for Fitzpatrick, finds him. Fitzpatrick got presence of mind to play on. Could have been a Shepherd. Bad kick though, only as far as Jones. Might hurt him on the rebound. Jones has been good, goes long, looking for his forwards there. Run under the footy was number 22, Tristan James. And Faulkner sees it over the line. We've played 15 minutes, dangerous 4 minutes and 4.5 minutes left here for Sandhurst. Would not want to concede another goal before half time, as the boundary umpire will put it back into the playing field.
Brett Long will go up against Malesi. Wrestle, they do now. Goes over the top towards Hartney. Manus, clever off the ground. Doherty's there to chop off. Getting back in there was Fitzpatrick. He gets a little kick over towards 40 out from the Gisborne goal, and there'll be another toss-up.
I think Doherty, in these conditions, looking for a handball, just get it on the boot, put pressure on, get it into the like right into the hot spot in the forward line.
Yeah, as Long goes up in ruck, he was just caught a little high out towards Blair Holmes. Hand pass out in front of himself, get the long stops on Blair. He just slipped over as the hand pass comes back now towards Ingleton. He couldn't get the footy off, pushing the back umpire said don't worry about it. Blair Holmes cannon in onto the footy for Faulkner, goes around the corner. Not a good kick though, it's Mead. And Faulkner's just sporting the Costa Zoo style haircut. As,
yeah, got the rat tail, cat tail, whatever you want to call it. Up it goes. Good mark there by Mark Millard in front. He's got a player leading in the middle of the ground. He's got Tom McCarthy short, and he sees him now. Oh, done well there, McCarthy. Clearly got tackled and dropping the ball. Oh, you can't call. There's no advantage there, Gavin Carter.
There's a little bit on behind play too. Bryce Fitzpatrick just bringing down Reece Huntington. As
Clay's got the
be
footy.
Clay to bring the footy across the ground towards Gundy. Stones there.
Out the back
falls fortuitously here for Gisborne, and running into goals. Brad Jones, kick on its way. It looks good. It's a goal. I think it's hit the post. Gisborne 2-5-17. Sandhurst 1-6-12 on the P&D tiling scoreboard. 17 minutes gone here. Just 3 remaining in the second term.
So Millard now kicks Long, looking for Long. He has found Long with a long kick, and Brett Long has the mark. Still in defensive 50. Goes long swimming pool wing, looking for a teammate there in Daniel Allen. Allen can't get possession, and the ball is out of bounds. We have played 17.5 minutes, the second quarter, 2005 BFL Under-18 Grand Final, and the boundary umpire says, give it to me. Malesi versus Stone. Boundary umpire about to put the ball back into the air. Here it comes. Stone works his way to the front. Good play there by Blair Holmes. Presence of mind to get a fist on it from behind the ruck contest. Gisborne defence doing well through Bradley Jones. The Jones boys have both been good. Back onto possession now. Malesi met heavily, but I think it was the other Jones. Ryan Jones gets a quick kick forward. Running back onto the footy as Lee Kelly for Sandhurst does well. Gets a handball inside. Finds a teammate. Oh, broke the tackle. He's gone a fair way, and the umpire was just about to blow the whistle, I thought. And that man again, Bradley Jones for Gisborne, runs through the centre.
Yeah, Bate with the kick up towards half forward. Nolan's there, couldn't get pick it up. Now he does. There's a wall of Gisborne players. O'Hartney gets back for the Dragons, goes out towards Tui on centre wing. Tui gets around one, then another, feigns the hand pass, does it now over towards Stone. No one can get effective use of the footy now. It's Doherty over towards Mead there for the Dragons, who knocks it out. Attacking side for Gisborne here on the Queen Elizabeth Oval. Outer side 1-6-12 the Dragons. Gisborne 2-5-17 on the Macedon Rangers glass scoreboard as we approach 18.5 minutes. Brendan Baker on the fresh 895 FM.
Free kick to Alan Gundy. Don't know what it was for. Something off the footy. Oh, Brenton Tui, great smother. Daniel Stone gets possession for Sandhurst. Goes long now looking for Layden, I think it is. Couldn't get the hands on the footy. Oh no, Layden, sorry, he's got it now with the right foot. I knew that had happened, Alexander. As soon as you do that, that's what happens. Over the back. Nearly a free kick to Sandhurst. Play on. No advance. Advantage has been paid. And I think it was Jack Kennedy has kicked the goal. He's pretty pumped up too, the big fella. Sporting the 3-day growth. We've played 19 minutes. Great goal for Sandhurst. They lead now 2-6-18 to Gisborne 2-5-17. P&D tiling scoreboard. Nearly siren time in the second quarter.
Yeah, there'll be about 30 seconds left once the umpire tosses the footy back up.
Very handy goal.
Yeah, Sandhurst got a handy one to go to half-time in front.
That was against the flow a bit, really, because Gisborne have had it in their forward line enough, but just didn't capitalise.
Yeah, it was, and Sandhurst get the advantage of a lucky free kick as the ball's tossed up. It'll be Jones, gets a hand pass over towards Huntington. Can Gisborne have time to get one? Huntington on the left foot, kick in towards the middle of the ground. Long comes through, he overrun it. Doherty's there, hand pass over the top towards Gundy. Clay, as Gisborne went into attack. They've been a bit stiff, the sirens beated them. And Sandhurst 2-6-18, Gisborne 2-5-17 on the P&D tiling scoreboard. And an interesting first half, just 2 goals apiece, and goals really at a premium to say the least, Barry Finlay.
Look, they are. It's just been a real tough contest. The one guy I thought was really outstanding for Sandhurst that quarter was the ruckman that went on. Stone. Not that he controlled the tap outs, but his body use and his tackling, his bumping, and I just reckon it gave Sandhurst, and they've got Gow that they can interchange, but I'd be leaving that young bloke on. I thought he gave him a fair bit.
The ball handling, and it definitely is wet enough to have an impact in later games today, you think, Brendan?
Yeah, apparently there's been very, very heavy rain down Geelong way. We got a bit of mail that it might be on this one, the heaviest rain they've had in Geelong since they won the 1963 flag.
With Bobby Davis.
Yeah, but but they reckon it's on its way here, so it'll be interesting. It might bring Eaglehawk back into this contest today, and as we seen last night, Alexander, never over until the fat lady sings with the Saints going down to the Swans, so anything could happen. So I urge, if you're not getting along and you can't listen, you can listen on the Fresh today. If you can't do that, get along here to the game, because it should be a ripper, and we've got half a game to go in this under-18 grand final. Gisborne defence stood up in that quarter under severe pressure. Sandhurst are looking to gain the ascendancy on the Fresh. For the third quarter is Alexander Collins.
Ball in the middle of the ground. It'll be tossed up now. It'll be Malisi and Gow in ruck. They go up now. Dead heat. Gow got it on the ground though. Chris Clay burst through. Couldn't pick up the footy. Meads there on the footy. He couldn't get it either. Bursting through was Long. No one can get a handle on it there too. He's had a lot of the footy today. Gets it over and towards the top of the goal square. No one can pick it up. They do now, the Gisborne boys, but it's chopped off again, and Nolan comes out, gets a kick out towards Holmes. Manus is there and he saves it. He gets it over towards two. He's had a heap of the footy. Overruns this one. Jack Bennett's there, goes one way, then the other. Was a bit too elusive for Bate back there, but Gisborne take the mark through Jones on half back.
He's been very good too.
He has been good. Swings wide now to these namesake Bradley Jones. Jones going short, well cut off there. Good play by Layden. Runs over the footy, still in possession. Good tackle, shrugs the tackle, gets a quick handball over the top. Good play by Layden. They go long now, Sandhurst. Good play by Patrick May. Stood tall in the contest and got the footy. Goes inboard, dangerous kick. Looking for that man Bates. Could not get him in that occasion. Stacks on the mill. Gisborne, good play there by Hunnichin. I think got the footy out to Aaron Bates. Bates now goes wide looking for his teammate Grant. Sandhurst back in numbers, can't get possession. Good tackle laid there. Ball jars free. Still they go. Good handball over the top by Jackson Bennett. Sandhurst into attack. Burgess comes out in front of McCarthy. McCarthy does well, holds the ball up, goes back onto it. Jones now for Gisborne. Ryan Jones out wide and finds a teammate in Bates.
So Bate now with the footy's been pretty solid too. He's got Walsh on laterally, won't be able to get it that far, and he just chips over the top to safe kick, and he's found a teammate in the outer side there, and I think the man's Bradley Jones. He has it and goes out towards centre wing, just fleeting with the boundary line, but he's got Chris Clay on half back.
They've moved Clay into the middle on the ball from half forward, so I thought he was good across half forward, so he might give him a bit around the ground as well now.
Yeah, just holds the footy up. Clay now goes long up towards centre wing. Millard's there, got away and took a courageous mark under pressure. Mark Millard, the 16-year-old, been pretty good today and gets a kick up towards half forward. No one can take the mark there, but Gisborne do now, and they chop it off and they'll go forward.
So Gisborne now in possession, looking for Johnson. Met heavily. Was Belair Holmes for Sandhurst. He's fairly tough though.
He'll get up. He's
Johnson
good.
Now goes well after that collision with Holmes. Stunned him. Johnson back on the footy. Out they come with it. I think it was Clay for Gisborne. Gets a quick kick forward. Wrapped up in a tackle there was the Gisborne player who I think was Nick Grant. And the umpire said after you disposed of it, he was held on to, and you can have a free kick. We've played 3 minutes, third quarter. Faulkner goes down off the ball. Didn't see it, the umpire. Up it goes to the true centre forward position. Sandhurst through Brett Long off the ground, but the umpire has played a free kick, and Sandhurst will take possession in defensive 50.
They do now, and it'll be Nolan, and he has the ball 40
Holmes,
metres.
I think, no?
Yeah, no, it is Holmes, 40 metres out from the Bulldog goal. Dangerous kick, got it away to Allen. Allen bursts out of defence now, kick up towards Mead, wrestle on at centre wing. No one can take the mark. Tom Hartney's there, so is Pat May for the Bulldogs. A little kick out by Mead was good. Tap in front, Bennett's got the footy, keeps it in front of him. Good tackle. Umpire said a little bit too high, just slipped up. And it'll be Kieran Bowling with the footy. And Bowling now goes up towards centre wing. Malisi's there, couldn't take the mark. Manus at the back of the pack. Blair Holmes just overran it. He couldn't get possession. He tapped it in front of him. Walsh goes out towards Huntington. Oh, bucks inside onto the left foot. Kick is not a good one up towards half forward. Faulkner overran it. Here comes Nick Grant, but no, it's Mark Millard. Gets him out of danger towards Ingleton. Couldn't take the mark. Brett Long's there in pursuit. Oh, Ingleton was brought down without the footy. Some would say Doherty. He got a kick inside 50. Allen's there. A lot of players around the footy. Mark Millard, he's cool, he's calm. He gets him up towards centre wing.
Looks for Holmes now. Holmes went back, got a hand on it, couldn't keep possession. Over the back to Jack Bennett. Bennett now goes back inboard, looking for Tom Hartney. Hartney's short kick only as far as Scott Walsh. Walsh now goes to the true centre forward position, but a bad kick. Good play there by Ryan Gow. Gow goes long, that's the way to go. Looking for McCarthy from behind. Oh, nearly fell in his lap, and the umpire said, no, I thought there was a whistle on play. It might have been the netball. Back in the stacks on the mill. Gisborne working hard in defence. Good play by McCarthy. Gets a handball out. Keep it going forward. That's the way. But Jones, it's Ryan Jones for Gisborne, has been fantastic across half back. This kid keeps the possession. Out they come. Mead, I think it is, goes in hard. Couldn't get possession. Back to Bates, who's also been good in defence for Gisborne. He kicks long to centre wing.
Cow gets back there, got a hand on it. Here comes Bird through the middle of the ground over to Manus. He kicks inside 50. McCarthy just got it on the half volley. Volley two, he couldn't get at it. Walsh gets a little hand pass and it comes out towards Huntington. No one can get a hand on the footy now. Blair Holmes does. Oh, just kicked it straight back in towards Burgess and he's turned it over. So Burgess been rock solid in the red dreadlocks and he's sporting them. And he goes over towards Walsh. I think the ball just bounced. McCarthy gets back, puts Walsh under a little bit of pressure. Chris Clay's there though. Yeah. And Clay 40 metres out from defensive goals. Got it for the Bulldogs.
Been good, the Bulldogs youngsters in defence, especially Burgess, the Jones boys. So now Clay comes towards grandstand wing looking for Malesi over the back. Jack Kennedy looks for touch, disguised it well, and has found it right. Throw in 6 minutes gone, third quarter 2005 BFL Grand Final. The boundary umpire about to put it back into the contest.
This is an interesting move. Young Tui's coming up, and I thought he was outstanding in the second quarter, and he started well in this quarter, but might be just one of these famous rotations, which I think's all right in AFL, but in this footy you leave your good players on.
So Hartney now is wrapped up in the tackle. Some said it was a little too high. From Clay, but he didn't get the free kick, and umpire Carter will throw the wall in the air, and it'll be Gow and Malesi to go up at it. Gow won it down over the top, couldn't get a hand pass away, was Huntington. Then he got his kick smothered. Chris Clay bursts away with it though, takes one bounce in the soggy conditions and another. Oh, he's lost it now. Regains the footy though, gets to the middle of the ground. Kick on its way to half forward. Oh, clean bowled Nolan. Getting back there was Ingleton. Oh, he gets around one. Oh no, he didn't get around Daniel Allen. He's holding the footy. Allen plays on now. There's no respite here. Malesi chops in for Gisborne and they've got it through the middle of the ground, goes over towards Bates. Sandhurst might regain possession here. They don't free yet. Kick. Hare's there, they do now.
Manus free
kick over the shoulder.
Jason Manus going to have a big bearing on the last half, you'd say, in these wet conditions, a ground level
so
player.
Manus now, yes he will, looks for McCarthy, out he comes on the lead, big pack develops up off hands there was Jackson Bennett, nearly got possession for Sandhurst, but good play there by Scott Walsh. He goes wide and finds Jones. Jones now on the poolside wing looking for Gow, but getting back for Sandhurst I think is Mark Millard.
Been great this quarter.
Yeah, he has been good, Millard. Now he looks for Holmes. Holmes gets to the front, too smart for the big man there in Malesi. Picked him off, comes around now, bad kick though, that's two bad kicks.
That should be
Holmes.
50.
Should have been 50.
Blair, yeah, Bryce Fitzpatrick just made him earn it there, good to see. Putting a bit of forward line pressure on there, Bryce. Just dragged off the man there. That's right, and a bit too going on between Burgess and Bennett there, but no, 50, and the player to get up a little gingerly is Brendan...
I think it's Daniel, number 11, Favaro, who was terrific last week for Gisborne.
They never turn around when you want them to.
He was, they don't. Brendan out towards half back, he goes, Meads there. No one can regain possession of the footy. And the hand pass comes out to Gow. He gets a kick towards the top of the square. Fitzpatrick gets back, can't take it. And it beats him across the line. Gisborne 2-5-17, trail the Sandhurst Dragons 2-7-19. P&D tiling scoreboard. 8.5 minutes gone here on the fresh. We've got a cliffhanger in the under-18 grand final for 2005.
So Sal Pietro now with the red dye through the hair. Goes along with a drop punt, straight up the middle looking for Bates. Wow, good mark there, Jack Kennedy. Fantastic. He's got a player loose down here. He sees him. He looks for him now. Oh, he's had the ball on his chest. Good play by John Layden. Runs on the left foot. Snap on goal. And the umpire says, oh, he's gone a long way, that goal umpire. One behind.
John should have nailed that. He did well, read it well, and just couldn't hook it back far enough.
Yeah, so
number 15 was Matthew D. It nearly fell into his lap.
Pat May will be the man to kick out for the Bulldogs. He's got Walsh on short. We'll go further afield now. Oh, it's a dangerous kick. Meanly got in and chopped off. Gisborne might get out of trouble. Oh, fortuitous kick. Land on the chest of Kieran Bowling. 40 metres out from defensive goal. He goes laterally to Burgess. The kick was a good one, and Burgess with the red dreadlocks goes over the top. It's up towards centre wing. Millard come hard and late. Couldn't take the mark. And getting it across will be Grant. Grant gets it back off the old 1-2. Gets to 50 metres. Oh, he's been pinged. Umpire calls play on.
Great tackle.
Yeah, it was a great tackle. Mead got his kick smothered. Grant gets across and pushes it out and over the boundary line. So this game just lifted a notch in intensity off field, Barry. 10 minutes gone, third term.
Yeah, I've enjoyed the I know it's not a high-scoring game, but the contest right from the first bounce has been great. And these close games, they say you need big scores in footy to have a good game. Well, not when it's like this. It's a terrific game.
So Sandhurst now, Blair Holmes off the ground, and the umpire says you've kicked it too far, Blair. It's gone out of bounds on the full, and Gisborne will take possession through Callum Doherty. Poolside wing under the rotunda. Good. Been fairly good since he come on the ground now. Doherty now goes along to a contest looking for Molessi. Couldn't get it over the back. Good play by Tom Hartney. A little quick kick looking for a teammate there, and Hare, I think. Hare comes back onto it now, gets a handball over the top, finds McCarthy. McCarthy back to Manus. Manus through the centre with a drop punt. Whistle, oh no.
Oh, off the ball, holding down. It's 25 metres out from the Sandhurst goal. And Pat May was just holding on to Bryce Fitzpatrick, and he should kick the goal from here. It'll just be about 30 metres out, Brendan, so a lucky one for the Dragons.
It was. I thought it was that netball whistle again, because I was watching young Jason Ackermanis come through the centre of the ground and heard the whistle, but well picked up. Should goal this Fitzpatrick. Would want it from there, and he puts it straight through the middle. Sandhurst get their third. They go to 3-8-26, leading Gisborne 2-5-17 on the Macedon Rangers glass scoreboard. Barry Finlay.
Yeah, they're fairly costly free kick, but just can't hold off the ball when the ball's coming down the ground. I thought Sandhurst were bringing it through the middle again. Manus is he's just a really good player. Even if I think Walsh has done a fair job on him, but you give him half a sniff, he gets running and he really cuts you up, runs the lines, and I think he's really got to be shut down again. Walsh has got to get right on him again.
So ball to be tossed back up. It'll be Gow and Malisi. Dead heat there. Gow won it on the ground though. Kick up towards half forward. Matt D from behind. Couldn't quite complete the mark. Paddles it in front of him. He's got it now. John Layden's in there too. Matt D gets a hand pass out towards Jack Kennedy. He gets a hand pass over to Manus. Manus to no one in particular. Went back and tackled him though. Bit on behind. Play by Ferraro. And the umpire's seen that. Matt D just gave a little jump.
He's been reported.
Oh no, he's going to get sent off. This could really hurt the Dragons.
I tell you what,
that is unbelievable, umpire Brad Rankin. But anyway,
Favaro give D the first one when the umpire wasn't looking. As the umpire swung around, Matthew D's give Favaro.
And it was just a little jumper punch too, Brendan. You wouldn't even get a week for it in the AFL.
I don't know whether Matthew D's was a jumper. It might have been a little short left like Barry threw last night, I reckon.
Anyway, Sandhurst down towards 17 men now, and that'll really hurt. So he'll be off for 15, Matty D, and he'll come back about 7 minutes through the last term. So that's going to hurt the Dragons a little bit, and it's a big call to have to report someone and send them off in a grand final, Brendan, isn't it?
It is, but they are the rules, Alexander. I'll tell you what, Matthew D too, just before he got that indiscretion where he got sent off,
dangerous, wasn't
but he got his hands to the 3 times. He got one chest mark, two times he could have took possession with a mark, and has not done so, but has let his side down by being sent off. Up they go. Good mark, effort there by Gow. Couldn't get hands on the footy. I think it's Big Malisi goes back. The umpire says, give it to me, boys. We've gone 13 and a half minutes, third quarter, 2005 BFL under 18 grand final. We'll have a throw up right on grandstand wing.
So the ball's tossed up now. It'll be Gow to win it down for Sandhurst. Gets to the back of the pack though. Gisborne go forward. Doherty leads in the race for the footy. Gets it after one bounce. Oh, he showed a little bit of toe too on the right boot up towards Faulkner. He's got it.
Class player, this kid. He just read the ball a bit better.
He did, just a little bit better than Burge.
I'm not convinced Burge is the right guy to have on Faulkner. Look, he's the class player of the competition, and that's not knocking young Burge, but I think they've got some better players to match up on this kid.
Just lost his feet too, Burge, right at the critical moment when the ball was in the air. So Faulkner, we've seen him kick that goal to the City end before. He's a magnificent kick. Absolutely. Oh, that is a goal. From here, it looked like it swung very late, but Faulkner, the Simons medalist, gets his second goal. Gisborne still trailing Sandhurst 3-5-23. Sandhurst
give him one there too.
3-8-26.
Oh boy, you're going to send him off? No. Just a little bit on the ball there, Brendan.
Yes.
There's a little bit of niggle going on, Barry.
It does happen in grand finals when it's a 3-point game, Alexander.
It does indeed.
So we've played 14, nearly 15 minutes, third quarter. 2005 BFL under-18 grand final between the Sandhurst Dragon and the Gisborne Bulldogs. The umpire's got it back in the centre of the ground on the fresh 895 FM, Alexander Collins.
Ball tossed up. It'll be Gowan. Malisi now. No one can win it down. Getting around there was Blair Holmes or Mead, flashed through, but Salpetro come through and wanted it more. Gets a kick over towards half forward. Tom Hartney went back with courage, couldn't take the mark. Gets a good tackle there on Gundy, and he's going nowhere, wrapped up in the middle of the Queen Elizabeth Oval. And it'll be umpire Brad Rankin to toss it up. 15 and a half minutes gone here. Third term, 2005 under-18 grand final.
Good leap there by Gow. Up he comes, couldn't get possession. Hartney off the ground. Here's Manus now. Oh, well done by Bates. Tried to keep possession with a little toe poke. Couldn't get out. Johnny Layden wrapped up in a tackle. Didn't have the footy. This is
starting to heat up a bit here.
Yeah, it is starting to heat up. So it should, Barry. It's a grand final. Fire him up. Come on, Johnny Layden now with possession for Sandhurst. Got a lead there from a teammate. Ignores that. Goes directly to the centre of the 50. Over the back, though, only as far as Bradley Jones. Jones goes wide. In the race for the ball is Joshua Hare versus Ryan Jones for Gisborne. Hare, he does well. Comes back inboard with a quick handball to Jackson Bennett. Sandhurst still in possession. Now they go inside 50, long to the top of the square. McCarthy from behind. Nearly took the mark. Burgess was in front. Must have been two sets of hands. Couldn't win out. Out comes Patrick May, who's been good for Gisborne in defence, but only as far as Hare.
Numbers for the Dragons here, and Hare goes inside 50. Can't find a teammate there, and getting back and doing well was Chris Clay for the Bulldogs. He gets a kick out towards half-back. Hare lets it go over the boundary line. It's out on the full, and he'll take it in the Camp Hill pockets, or as Peter Lennigan likes to call it, the Draggable Dunny toilet pocket over there as Kennedy goes inside 50, can't take a mark, and it'll be Layden. Oh, and the umpires pick one out. It'll go to Favaro, back pocket for the Bulldogs, and he'll get him out of danger. Has Gundy on in the middle. Kicks now, Holmes is there. It's safe though, and Gundy's got the footy. Defensive 50 for the Bulldogs. Looks up, has a player in Jones on. Oh, McCarthy arrived late. He's got the footy. 70 metres out from the Dragons' goal. Holmes goes inside 50. Numbers back to the back of the square. Oh, Bennett couldn't take it, and the ball's out and over next to the point post. And Blair Holmes is down with a bit of cramp, and umpire Dr. Rowan Molnar will be out there to attend the scene, get a few salt tablets into him. It'll be away he goes.
He's a doctor, he should be able to give him more than salt tablets. Anyway, we'll have a boundary throw in. 17 minutes gone. Great play by Tom McCarthy. Gisborne, when they look like to take possession, McCarthy just got hands on the footy, coming with a bit of crossfire and keeps possession. So in comes the boundary umpire, throws it up. McCarthy versus Burgess, down to May. Quick kick out, and only as far as Stagg, I think, is it?
That's Gow.
Gow, sorry, Alexander read that one. Out it comes, there's that man again. Bates comes through like a train. He's been good for today in Gisborne defence. Oh, big hit by Bryce Fitzpatrick on his opponent. Johnny Layden on the left. I'll tell you, Manus up. Oh, he's got hands on it, couldn't take the mark. Malisi does well for Gisborne. Just when you thought Manus was in possession, Salpietro tripped himself up. Very dubious decision. Salpietro inside defensive 50.
The big ruckman for Gisborne. Malisi's a bit of a Will Minson clone.
Yes, he is.
Right, so Walsh through the middle of the ground now. All Mead couldn't take the mark, and a good mark there for Gisborne in the middle of the ground. It's Favaro with the footy. Daniel Favaro has it. Kicks up towards Faulkner, and why not? Couldn't take the mark though. Getting down's Mark Millard. He takes the footy. Oh, he's in a bit of trouble. Kicks up towards Mead on centre wing. He can't take the mark. Faulkner barrels in. The bullet and no one can get it out. They do now. Manus is there, dived on the footy, couldn't get it. Nick Grant's there, hand pass back inside. No one can get an effective possession away, and the Dragons will get out of trouble for the moment. Over to Layden. Here's Blair Holmes. He's got a run on now down centre wing. Goes inside with a tumbling kick. The loose man's back for the Bulldogs. Burgess is there. Tom McCarthy's there. Burgess gets it out, and the Bulldogs are on defensive 50 with Reece Huntington.
Yeah, Huntington now swings on, does the banger left foot, comes in board, looking for Favaro. Favaro gets the footy.
Starting to work into the game, this guy. He was great last week, and he's just starting to get into it.
This last 10 minutes he has stood up is Daniel Favaro. Sandhurst forwards must play in front. Favaro now goes wide to the poolside wing. Therefore is Bradley Jones in front for Gisborne. Huntington now gets a quick handball out and finds a teammate in Sal Pietro. Sal Pietro over the top. Yes, was a clever kick. And Jones has got possession, I think, for Gisborne. Swimming poolside wing, 19.5 minutes gone, third term. Up they go, the big fella, Malesi. Good mark in front. Comes down, hits the ground running. Swings onto his right foot and finds Alad Gundy. Gundy 55 out. Scoreboard a pocket. Goes long now to the top of the square. Here's Faulkner with Jones. Oh, actually Matthew Johnson it was. Should have taken that. Pulled the head in when he should have marked.
2 seconds.
Now they go. 2 seconds left on the clock. Alexander Collins reckons.
No, just a little bit longer, Brendan. Mark Millard with the footy goes out towards John Layden. Layden now goes up towards centre wing. It's Jack Kennedy, gets it on the half volley off. Favaro met him with a good tackle. Kennedy back on the footy, he did well. Here comes Jason Manus. Oh, the kick got smothered. Tom Hartney's there, dives in on the footy, got it out towards Nolan. He gets a handle on the footy now. Josh Nolan, oh, he's run down. Malisi gets back for Gisborne. He's got it inside defensive 50. Tried to crash and bash his way through. Oh, they get it back to Salpetro. Oh, smart kick out towards Walsh on half back.
Yes, Walsh done well. Gisborne there under huge pressure. Walsh now.
Good punch, Allen.
Good effort.
Good play there by Daniel Allen. Got a left fist on the footy. I'll tell you what, 21 minutes gone, third quarter. This game is hotted right up. Sandhurst still with a 3-point lead, 3-8 lead. Gisborne 3-5. Boundary umpire puts the ball back into the air. Up they go. Nullified ruck, Malisi. Walsh onto the footy. Great tackle by Holmes. And the umpire said dropping the ball. Blair Holmes, he's got to be quick.
Back, Blair Holmes,
won't be a lot of time left there. Holmes with a good drop punt looking for McCarthy. Up they go. Burgess does well. Gets a quick fist on the footy. Bryce Fitzpatrick goes in. Dived on the footy, was a Gisborne player. I'll tell you what the umpire says. Give it to me. 21.5 minutes gone. Inside Sandhurst attacking 50, 35 metres out from goal. Umpire puts it in the air.
3 minutes to go here, third term under 18's grand final for 2005, and Gisborne get the ball out towards the Camp Hill pocket, and it'll be out and over the boundary line courtesy of Bradley Jones, who's been pretty solid across half-back. And of course, what a fantastic contest this is, and you can have your own copy of it on DVD or video through Limelight Video Productions. Adam Cornish, go and see him up in the grandstand at the Queen Elizabeth Oval to put your order in for a fantastic video or DVD of today's games. Yeah, it was Bate that was run down there on the far side of the ground, and Sandhurst will go inside 50 again. And it'll be John Layden to kick inside 50. Tom McCarthy comes out, couldn't take the mark. Getting back with Salpetro. He got it over towards Bowling. Kick inside 50. Gow, oh, he's all on his own. He couldn't pick it up. Goes backwards towards Layden. Manus, Hare's there too. And no one can get a hand on the footy. Gisborne now, they work it out. They go across half-back. A good play in towards the middle of the ground. Gundy's there, as is Ingleton. He couldn't pick up the footy. Scott Walsh, oh, he was collared, nearly had his head ripped off. And he's given one to Brett Long there. Umpire says, no, I won't reverse it. I'll give it back to Scott Walsh, defensive 50 for the Bulldogs.
Yes, Walsh now inside his defensive 50. 22, nearly 23 minutes gone, third quarter. Goes wide to Sal Pietro, gets him on the swimming pool flank. Sal Pietro just slowing the footy down. Good play here, waiting for his options. He's got Bates in board, doesn't go that way. Oh, turns the footy over though. Sandhurst now in possession. It might have been Millard, was it? Goes long, good fist on the footy by Bowling. Comes down, Holmes with a left-hand handball over to a teammate. Shrugs the tackle, steps inside the 50, goes long to the square looking for McCarthy. Push out, runs on and
he called the push out. No goal, and Tom McCarthy doesn't know it yet. But the umpire, Tom McCarthy, has used his body to great effect to
I didn't think there was a lot wrong with that.
Yeah,
that was good body use.
That's good body work. That's the problem with umpires that don't understand footy as the ball goes out towards half-back.
Play now, Jones goes over the top to Favaro, has come into the game as Barry Finlay mentioned. Allen going back, got held without the footy. And Sandhurst, just when they thought they had a goal, disallowed.
They've got that player back on. The 15 minutes must be up. Would that be right with D getting sent off?
Just must have been there, right, very close. Now
because Tui's just come back on. I didn't see anyone come off.
Now gets a handball out to Mead. Mead running through, gets possession. Well done, Mead. Gets on the left foot, swings into the forward line. In front there, nearly over the shoulder. Sandhurst in possession. Johnny Layden. Now he's got the short McCarthy. Did that go 15 metres?
Just.
Tell you what. Unbelievable. He should have. I don't think there was much in that last free kick, but Tom McCarthy now could have had 2 in 1 minute. We have gone 24 and a half minutes, third quarter. McCarthy should go back and kick this goal. Straight through the middle, the big fella. Sandhurst go to 4-8 to 32, lead to Gisborne 3-5, 23 on the P&D tolling scoreboard, Barry Finlay.
One bloke who's really stood up, Blair Holmes copped a really heavy knock early in the quarter, but he's just showed he's a tough cookie. When it gets tough, he just gets going better. So he's made a big difference. Layden's continued to be very consistent. Josh Hare's given him a bit of run this quarter too, but still a really tight contest.
8 seconds left in this quarter. Umpire, the timekeepers say Stone went up, couldn't win it down, or Gisborne come out of the middle through Clay up towards Faulkner. He couldn't take possession of the footy. There's the siren, and we're set for a massive last quarter here at the Queen Elizabeth Oval. Under 18s grand final. Sandhurst 4-8, 32 lead the Gisborne Bulldogs 3-5, 23, and the Bulldogs are pressing. Stay with us on Fresh Footy live at 05. We'll back after this for a massive
jumper punch, but I think it was a little bit better than a jumper punch.
Oh well, he's off, and that is the bottom line. So the ball back towards the centre of the ground now, and we'll be ready for a start. Richard Jones just here announcing a few things over the PA. It'll be Lee Kelly to match up Brenton Faulkner. Big Malisi's gone to the goal square, opposed by Burge. Allen on half back. Brett Long's been pretty quiet today. They'll be looking for a big last quarter at centre-half back. Dane Stone to go up versus Fatskowski. Fatskowski won it, and here comes Long through the middle, straight through, and got a kick up towards half forward. Oh, clean bowl, Jack Kennedy. Jack Bennett's there, gives it over towards Holmes. Oh, the hand pass went behind him. A lot of blokes are around the footy now. No one can get clean possession. Diving in on the footy, a few Gisborne blokes, and just holding it up 60 metres out from the Dragons' goal. And a great day here for footy, a cold day for a grand final, and we get back underway 70 metres out from the Dragons' goal.
Alexander Collins had one job to do today, and that was control the time clock, and he hasn't done it for a second time. Gisborne go long now through Chris Clay. This is a very important build-up here. Numbers over the back. Sandhurst defenders have to rush it through. Good play by Nathan Mead. Got it over the line. Fantastic stuff. And Gisborne go to 3-6-24. Still trailing Sandhurst at 4-8-32 on the Macedon Rangers glass scoreboard. And we'll have Jason and Manus. Acker will kick the footy back in for Sandhurst.
Manus now has Mead on short. Doesn't go in that direction. Has Burge breaking too. Dane Stone's out on the commentary box flank. Goes all into the pocket now. Dangerous one on. Half volleyed Josh Hare. Couldn't get the footy. Walsh gave it out to Ingleton. Around the corner. Out in the full. I fancy it is. No, it's one behind. So Manus will do it all over again.
The rain starts to come down.
About a minute and a half gone. It'll make it more difficult for Gisborne here to get a goal. It'll make it more difficult for scores. And Manus goes out towards Mark Millard. Safe hands in the back pocket. Mark Millard very cool, goes up towards Long on the half-back flank. Ingleton just pushed him under it, and it's out of bounds, 70 metres from the Bulldogs' goal.
Yes, we've played 1.5 minutes. Final term, under 18, 2005 BFL Grand Final. Stone versus Sikowski. Over the back, too far, Nick Walsh. Gisborne player goes down off the footy. Jones, no free kick. Quick kick though, only back as far as Stone. In there for Sandhurst.
Great hands, Millard.
Yeah, good presence of mind. They go forward now through the centre of the ground. Jack Kennedy comes out behind. Should have been in front. Gisborne, they both waited for it, the Gisborne boys. Jones, he comes up with it though. It was Ryan Jones in possession. Scrubby kick forward. Out they go. Jones gets it back. Does well over to Selfie. There he is, the danger man, as Barry Finlay said. Looking for Faulkner.
Oh,
magnificent Mark Faulkner. The 2005 Simons medalist going back into traffic. In front, that's where you got to be. And
that was a super mark.
Super mark. Didn't get it on the first occasion, but good enough to come down with it again. Third attempt. And from here, Alexander Collins, you would think he would put this through for his third goal.
Yeah, Brendan, it'll bring the margin right back to 1 point. And to say it wasn't exciting enough already, Brenton Faulkner has a chance to make it all the more. Comes in, kick on its way, it's good, it's a goal. Faulkner gets his third for the Bulldogs, and it's a 1 point ball game. Sandhurst 4-8-32, Gisborne 4-7-31 on the Macedon Rangers glass scoreboard, and Gisborne really pressing Barry Finlay.
The two real danger guys, Sal Pietro to Faulkner. Geez, they're class players. That Sandhurst can't allow Sal Pietro to run forward of the ball because they'll play through him, and he uses it well every time.
So Tui just coming off with a bit of blood coming out the nose. Bryce Fitzpatrick back on for Sandhurst. It's back in the middle of the ground. Fatkowski wanted out. Mark Millard's in the centre now for Sandhurst. He couldn't get a hand pass away. Huntington was collared. Umpire did see it, and he'll get the free kick. Blair Holmes is the one that gave the free kick away.
Special comments by Claude.
Yes, the number 1 ticket holder of the Sandhurst under-18 is just offering his supporters. Doherty comes off down there. And it'll be Svetkowski to...
James replacing Doherty.
Yeah.
Is this Clay? Who's this Clay with the football, Alexander?
No, it's Svetkowski, I think, Brendan.
Is it? It is
yeah,
too,
it is.
sorry.
And he has it about 80 metres out from the Dragons, the Bulldogs goal, in fact.
What's the hold-up here?
And I'm not exactly sure, but the ball come in now, and it's a long kick. Oh, top of the square, over the back. Long could have marked it, didn't. Mattis gets to the fall of the footy. He'll run it out now. Has a few players to kick out. One's John Layden. He gets up and he pushes it across the boundary line in front of the Sandhurst coach's box. Ben Dyett looking a little bit nervous down there on the bench, as is Tony Taylor. And the ball will be tossed back into play, half forward for the Bulldogs.
Here we go now, right in front of the commentary position. Ball back in the air. Good play there by Stone. Good presence of mind by Manus and Sal Pietro.
Holmes has got to come off with the blood rule. If he's seen, he's starting to cramp up a little bit too. He hadn't played a lot of footy, missing about 12 weeks, but geez, he's a good player.
A few of the Sandhurst boys just getting a few nicks and cuts. It's been fairly willing in the clinches. 5 minutes gone, final quarter. Matthew D allowed back on the ground now after his indiscretion. Will he rough him up when he comes back on? Here they go on the ruck. Good play by Sadakowski, gets it to the front position, only as far as Millard. Been good for Sandhurst today. Goes long, cannon into it. Should have been a free kick. We'll have to come back to Tom Hartney.
Could have played the advantage.
Yeah, would have thought so. Sandhurst were on down the ground, but Tom Hartney...
I suppose the next contest, though, Barry, it was a half-volley situation. So now Hartney got players inside and has found a teammate in the big fella, Dane Stone. Stone for Sandhurst. He's got to go long. Looks for Kennedy, comes out. Kennedy got hands on the foot. He should have, nearly had a lot of it. Nolan now gets a handball out. Over the top was Manus. Manus comes back in board. I don't know whether Fitzpatrick was ready for it, and Gisborne clear as they come out onto the centre wing position.
Allen
are on here.
Allen just overran it. Jones is on. Good tackle, Daniel Allen. It comes out now to Jones over the towards half forward. Coming up, Lee Kelly. Faulkner couldn't take the mark. Millard's there. Hand pass over the top to Hare. Hare's there. Hand pass back over to Kelly. He did the job well. Kelly has got a bit of time and space. Bate is back down the ground filling the hole. Nowhere to kick to. Allen streamed through. Couldn't get it. Here comes Manus through the middle of the ground. Gets a kick over towards Kennedy. He slipped Favaro a few metres, but Favaro gets back with the footy. He's over it. And Jack Kennedy, 50 metres out from goal, will take the free kick. Got Jackson Bennett on in the hole as Marcus Smalley prepares to come back on. Tick, top of the square. Bennett flew. Couldn't take the mark. Umpires picked out a free kick, and it'll go to Sandhurst. Umpire Brad Rankin picked the wrong way for a start, then thought he better revise his decision. He did that, and Sandhurst will receive a free kick, and it's Jackson Bennett. He rose high in that pack, got a push in the back, come down very, very solidly, but he's a noted goal kicker and should have no trouble from 15 metres out to put the Dragons 7 points up. 6.5 minutes played here on the fresh 895 FM.
I think he might have been pulled down when he coming down from the contest, because he landed very heavily on his back, which I've never seen anyone get pushed in the back and land on their back, Alexander. So
yeah, no, his momentum, the fulcrum went over Brendan. He come back down on the back.
He's kicked two behind the vice captain. the dual vice captain. This would be a steadier for Sandhurst. He leans back and puts it straight through. Jack Bennett, also known as Jackson Bennett, gets his first. Sandhurst go to 5.8.38, leading Gisborne 4.7.31 on the P&D tiling scoreboard. Barry Finlay.
Yeah, Jason Manus is starting to run the ball a fair bit, and that's cutting Gisborne up. But look, it's still a tight game. 7 points. Bit like when we started the last quarter. If Sandhurst kick the next one, it's going to be hard for Gisborne. If Gisborne get it, she's right back to a tight game.
Ball back in the middle. Svitkowski took it out of the middle, and Allen gets back to half-back. Oh, couldn't take it for the Dragons. Smalley's there, as is Mead. He ran through traffic. He got around left foot. Oh, found Nolan on the chest. Nolan didn't need to play on, but he did. Over the top to Mead. Over to Layden. Layden tackled by Salpetro. Collett, is it too high? No, says the umpire. Centre wing.
Good play by Mead off half-back again. He's run the lines a few times today, Mead, and has tripped the line fantastic a few times, Alexander, and gone through...
good courage.
Yeah, good courage. Head down with the footy. Great tap, though, by Zatkowski. Goes along to Rizzo. Rizzo now hasn't been on the ground long. Off hands. Gisborne in attack now. Here they come. Can they get possession? Good play there by Ingleton. The big fella looked like he was going to pick up. Malesi come through, the big ruckman. And we'll have a boundary throw in. 8.5 minutes gone. Final quarter. 2005 BFL Grand Final, under-18s.
Ball to be tossed back into play. The Dragons lead by 7 on the Macedon Rangers glass scoreboard as Long wins it down to the front of the pack. Manus on the left foot. Oh, it was smothered. Nolan's there. Handballs out to Manus. Manus under the rotunda was brought down. Ingleton in the tackle. And umpire Carter says throw the ball back in. It's out and over the boundary line. Tui's on the bench for the Dragons. He's been a good player today. Maybe they should get him back on. Umpire Ben Dyett, Coach Ben Dyett ringing the changes down there. Umpire ready to toss it back into play.
And that comes now. Ball short. Manus tries to get a hand on it. Gundy for Gisborne. He's got a bit of blue product in the hair. They've been busy down there during the week.
There's a bit happening in with the hairstyles this for the Gisborne boys.
Yeah, well, Barry, it is 2005. When back in mine and yours time, mate, we were lucky to have just normal combs and brushes. Here and there comes, the ball goes back into play. Good play by Stone, the big ruckman. That man's been good today too, as Jones for Gisborne stacks on. Oh, Willing in the clinches there. Umpire Carter comes in and says, boys, give it to me. We'll have a ball up. 10 minutes gone, final quarter. Very important passage of play here. 7-point lead to Sandhurst. Very handy point at this stage. Plenty of time left though.
Ball tossed up, Stone, won it down towards Hartney. A lot of players around the footy. Oh, it's tough in there. Ingleton's in there, as is Allen. A lot of players. Oh, umpire just lets it go on, and Jones wins out. Oh, he got a hand pass over to Clay, who balked around one, ran in to an open goal, balked around another. No one's there, kicked the goal.
Great goal.
Clay, great goal. He's balked around two opponents and kicked it. Puts the Bulldogs back within a point. Gisborne 5.7.37. Sandhurst 5.8.38. P&D tiling scoreboard. This is a fantastic game of footy on Fresh Footy Live in 05. 10.5 minutes gone last term.
Great. Chris Clay, Barry Finlay been fantastic today.
He has, and I said earlier on off air, Millard for Sandhurst and Clay for Gisborne. It's great to see one-touch players, and even in slippery conditions, their handling of the ball's been terrific today.
Up they go in the middle. Sandhurst ruckman Gisborne ruckman Sikowski comes down with Scott Walsh now. The tide might have turned here a little bit. Gisborne with all the run. Layden back onto it.
He was almost through there.
Yeah, he was almost through, and the umpire says, give it to me, boys. 11 minutes gone, final quarter. 1-point ball game in the under-18 grand final. Up it goes again. Out they go at it again. Sikowski over the back. Manus now. Sandhurst with the run. Goes through forward, looking for Jack Kennedy. Caught behind.
No good. Oh, the trainer's gone down.
Down he goes, the trainer. Bradley Jones in possession. Goes to this man, Favaro. Has been good since he come on. Sal Pietro on the grandstand wing has been ignored. Favaro with possession. Steady down, boys, he says. We've played 11.5 minutes. Now he goes wide. He's got Sal Petro. Oh,
what a terrible kick.
Terrible kick. Very ordinary. Oh, dropped what he should have taken there was Jackson Bennett. Good enough to get... Oh, good tackle.
Ball.
That is ball. Jackson Bennett should have marked that footy. And Sal Pietro takes possession for Gisborne. 12 minutes gone in front of the grandstand on centre wing. He's got players, he doesn't know where to go. Now he goes long, Sal Pietro looking for Jones, but that man
Millard, great judgment.
Good player today, Mark Millard for Sandhurst.
Reads the footy really well, Mark Millard. Kick up towards half forward. He's got Tom McCarthy. Oh, dropped it. Salpetro come through. They're right in the middle of the ground here. Here's Huntington. He's got an acre of space. He goes over towards Scott Walsh. Paddles it out in front of him. Manus in pursuit. Manus wins the footy now. Walsh back on it. Oh, Walsh won the footy, got it out to Fatskowski, went around the corner. Meads there for Sandhurst. He'll work it towards the boundary line. Hand pass over to Kelly. Kelly overrun the footy. Brendan Faulkner sporting the Brendan Baker haircut, goes in towards full forward, and it's Burge who sees it out for the Dragons.
Extra
Next
time
to the point
might be
post.
a chance here, mate.
It could be. And we've gone 12 and 3/4 minutes here. The difference is a point. Brendan Baker on the fresh 895 FM. We've got the close one.
I still haven't received any royalties for that hairdo. As the umpire throws it back in, good play by Malesi. Walked his way to the front. Could have been a free kick. Manus good for Sandhurst. Gets a quick handball out. Gisborne in possession. Clay it is again, is it? He's been very dangerous today for Gisborne. Only as far as Tom Hartney. Hartney comes out with the footy. Gives it to Burge. Burge now will he find the boundary?
Clever kick.
He has found touch, Daniel Burge. I'll tell you what, 1 point ball game. Could we go extra time? Still plenty of time left though. 13 and a half minutes gone. Our under 18 BFL Grand Final 2005.
Ball toss back into play now, and it's one down by Gow. No one can get it. Effective possession away. Umpire, ball it up, son. Go in there, do it. He does that now. 80 metres out from the Bulldogs' goal. Thrilling stuff here. It's the Dragons by a point. Sandhurst in the under 18 2005 Grand Final. The ball's tossed up.
As it comes now, Gisborne in possession. Wrapped up in a tackle there was the Gisborne player. Tom Hartney now back onto it. High kick up in the air. Didn't travel the required distance. Good fist on play there by Allen. Down with a football for Sandhurst comes Nolan and slipped over, and we'll have Stacks on the mill. A bit of a stalemate has developed. 14 minutes gone. A final term.
Should be man on man. Gisborne have got a couple peeling off for that kick forward.
Holmes has gone to Sal Pietro, as Barry Finlay mentioned, could be dangerous in this last 10 minutes. Sal Pietro. Play on, says the umpire. Now Manus has been good, runs the line, goes through looking for Kendi. Kendi comes out, got possession now. Kendi's got someone wide on the other side. Millard runs well. Millard played very well today. Mark Millard for Sandhurst. Steadies down now. McCarthy makes the lead. Millard goes in McCarthy's direction. Up he goes. Oh, got hands on the footy. Holmes through with the head bandaged up to stop the claret, and the umpire says, give it to me. Sandhurst inside attacking 50. 15 minutes gone nearly. A final quarter. Good build up there by Sandhurst. Jason Manus running the lines.
I'd roll the dice a bit with Faulkner and just get him up and around the middle here. They can't afford just to leave him back. I know he's injured, but he's too good a player. I'd like to see him up and around the middle just for this last 10 minutes.
Yeah, ball to be tossed back up for 25 metres out from the Sandhurst goal. And it's a cliffhanger. The Dragons by 1 point on the Macedon Rangers glass scoreboard as the ball's tossed up. McCarthy's in there on the ground, as is Favaro. Oh, worked out to Matt Dean. He's kicked the goal. Sandhurst goes 7 points up. 6, 8, 44, 5, 7, 37. The ball on the Macedon Rangers glass scoreboard. And Matt D, who's been reported, he's been off for 15 minutes. He comes back on. He kicks a goal. Barry Finlay. 15 and a half minutes gone on the Fresh FM's live footy.
I think he'd be feeling a bit better now. He might have thought he'd let the side down before, which he did, but that's a good effort to come back on and kick a crucial goal.
Tom Hartney going back behind the ball. Wonderful judgment, Tom Hartney.
Yeah, good play.
Wonderful courage of a good mark, so it'll be good to see him to shore back things up in defence there.
Ryan Gow versus Zakowski. Ryan Gow does well, gets a second hit on the footy. Scott Walsh comes out with a wrapped up in a tackle on the umpire says, give it to me, boys, we'll do it all again. If Sandhurst do hang on, all will be forgiven for Matthew D. Comes back on, as I said, he had 3 hands on the footy early, didn't take possession, but it was well enough to get that goal. Good play again. Here's Manus, stood up in this last quarter, goes short, looking for that man D again, but Gisborne now, they will swing wide. Jones offers a lead. Out comes Millard. Millard does well, caught behind, but Gisborne have got the run. Sal Pietro's broken for his teammate over the top. Here's the danger man, Sal Pietro. Layden tries to lay a tackle but couldn't. Sal Pietro goes long into his attacking 50. Out comes the big ruckman Malesi, wrapped up in a tackle. Fantastic play by Lee Kelly. Knew not to get into his back as he wrapped him up, Alexander, and rolled with the tackle.
He did indeed, Brendan. The ball's tossed up 25 metres out. Snap on goal by Walsh. Bouncing. bouncing ball, and it's through from behind for Gisborne. As the Sandhurst C-grade netballers just warm up underneath it. They're taking on South in the grand final. Gisborne 5-8-38, Sandhurst 6-8-44 on the Macedon Rangers glass scoreboard. Allen to Millard in the back pocket.
Millard goes short. Oh, Tom.
Well chopped off.
Yeah, good play there by Nick Grant. Number 9 for Gisborne come through. Tom Hartney, outstretched hands, and did not get hands on the football. Boundary throw in Long versus Zakowski. Up they go, Long works his way to the front, over the back they comes, no one gets possession. Millard's been fantastic for Sandhurst today, still goes at the footy, will try and find touch again and has. 18 minutes gone, final term.
Fantastic game of footy here, and if you want a copy, you can get it from Limelight Video Productions on video or DVD. Call Adam on 0407 306 182 or place your order up in the grandstand here at the Queen Elizabeth Oval as the ball spills down to the back of the pack. Faulkner coming on Holmes, got the hand pass out towards Walsh. Walsh has got it now for the Bulldogs. Kick across goal, slewed off the side of the boot. Gundy has to trace it back to the middle, goes back now, Salpetro, spilt the mark, laid in, gets across. Sandhurst are out of danger, they go up towards half forward. Kennedy's been good, hand pass to Nolan. Nolan into the middle, he's found Gow, and Gow marks. No, doesn't he? Gets it across in towards the middle of the ground, and they no one can pick it up, in fact, and it'll be Manus to dive on the footy and just hold it up.
I'll tell you what, Sandhurst could have done better there. Layden, and they went back inboard to Nolan. Nolan just slipped as he went to handball. Gow does well, the big fella gets it going forward. That's all you got to do on today's. Kennedy!
Good contest.
Big clash of bodies in this under-18 final. Out comes with the ball. Fitzpatrick goes long, only as far as Bradley Jones for Gisborne, who's been a rock at Gibraltar in defence today, the Jones boys for Gisborne. They've run it over right in front of the cricket nets. 19 minutes gone, final term. Under-18 grand final between the Sandhurst Dragons, leading by one solitary goal in front of Gisborne.
So it'll be Gow and Svitkowski to do the ruck work. Holmes, quick kick out of the pack up towards Stagg. He couldn't take the mark. Burgess come out, got a kick up towards Kennedy, takes the footy now. Kick around the body, big pack. No, it's Burgess getting back and he takes the mark. Burgess been pretty good for the Bulldogs today across full back.
Two players down. Yeah, Zakowski looks in a fair bit of trouble.
Holmes is down too.
I think Holmes has only got cramp. The Zakowski doesn't look good for Gisborne. Put his hands straight in the air. Looked like a knee maybe, but I'm not sure. He gets to his feet now. It is a left knee. The big fella mightn't be too. They're going to take him straight off the ground. I think he's done a left knee in that boundary throw-in. Didn't look good. He was laying on the ground in agony with the hand in the air, which is not a good sign for the young fella.
We're straight off the ground too, and Blair Holmes is absolutely. He's down with cramp, but he just soldiers on. He's got the head tape on too.
20 minutes gone, final term. Burgess for Gisborne in possession, deep in his defensive 50. Umpire, don't know what he's going to have to move him on here. Here they go. Burgess goes long. McCarthy now. Great mark, Tom McCarthy. Third man up in the contest. He's been good when he has got his hands on the ball today. They have stuck, so McCarthy doesn't have to rush now. Only one kick in it though. Sandhurst would want to get another score, whether it be minor or major now. McCarthy goes long looking for a teammate from behind. Holmes flew, couldn't come down with it. Bryce Fitzpatrick goes to the top of the square, but
they're on their way here.
Here he comes again, Ryan Jones. Bean's good, looking for Sal Pietro, coming back as Nolan. Good play, will they find touch?
Yes,
great play. Nathan Mead, as
effort.
I said early, if he's not running through the lines, he's got that fist in the contest today. 21 minutes gone, final term.
Yeah, Mead has been really good across half-back. The on-ballers make it to the contest now. Holmes is about 40 metres off it on the attacking for the Dragons. Smith Malise went up against Gow. Gow got it on the ground. Kick off the shin of Gow. Goes about 4 metres towards Sandhurst goal. They've gained a little bit of territory. 6-8-44 the Dragons. Gisborne 5-8-38 on the Macedon Rangers glass scoreboard. 21.5 gone. There'll be 3 or 4 left.
So Malesi now back in the ruck with his rucking partner Stakowski off injured. Up they go. Good play there by Gow. Sandhurst have it going forward. Getting back onto the footy for Gisborne is a defender who does well, but out comes the footy. Good play by Nolan. Keeps the ball alive. Overruns it. Goes back onto it. Good play by Favaro. Wrapped up in a tackle. 22 minutes gone. Final term. Sandhurst a 6-8-44 leading Gisborne 5-8-38. 6-point ball game on the P&D tiling scoreboard. Tom McCarthy goes up. Great tap to Kennedy. Manus now swings on the left foot, puts it to the top of the square. Big fly, couldn't come down with the footy. Batesville, Gisborne's been good to defender today. Comes out looking for Sal Pietro. John Layden over the top though, very dangerous play. Good play here by Blair Holmes.
Oh, that looked like it was pretty deliberate, but he's done well.
In the contest, he's done well today, Blair Holmes. He's absolutely got nothing left in the tank. Cramping up, but he's played his heart out for the Sandhurst Dragons. 22.5 minutes gone.
Dave Brown tells us exactly 5 minutes to go. So the ball will be tossed back into play, and it'll be Gow to go up. It's one over the back. Nolan streams through, couldn't pick up the footy. Getting back there's Vince Rizzo. He dives in on the footy. Oh, he dived on it, but he got it out. And comes out towards Favaro. Gow just shot it through. Holmes attacks the footy. And he gets it over towards Nolan. That comes out the back now towards Manus. Manus to Allen. Allen around the body towards the top of the square. Oh, no one can take a mark.
Must be in front.
It's Favaro getting back there for the Bulldogs. Goes out towards Jones. Layden's there. He wins it down. Here comes Blair Holmes. Oh, he overrun the footy. Layden won it forward. Has a player inside 50. It's Smalley. Over towards Manus. Manus runs in to go and kicks it.
Oh.
No, he doesn't. He's
Very
actually
handy point.
Yes, might be enough. He's been outstanding in this last quarter.
Absolutely huge. Sandhurst 6-9-45. Gisborne 5-8-38 on the P&D tiling scoreboard. Brendan Baker, I'm excited.
What about the player Blair Holmes? Just went in with a noggin, just absolutely cannon into him. Fantastic. Bates now goes long with a left foot drop punt. Kennedy in front, good play, could have took the mark. Tom McCarthy comes down, threw it out. Could have been a throw. Good play here by Sandhurst. Holmes again. Oh, too high.
Great courage.
Unbelievable.
Get yourself hurt doing that sort of thing.
Oh, what a game this bloke's played. He's absolutely done, not much left in the tank, Blair Holmes. When the hard ball has been there to be won, Blair Holmes has been at the bottom of the pack. Dishes off now to Long. Brett Long, umpire says, blood rule. Young, I think it's Huntington. It might have been when the clash heads with Blair Holmes went in before, I reckon.
This has been a great contest.
It has been a fantastic
been, Barry,
game.
And if you want a copy, of course,
no one on the
mark here. Blair Holmes gets the footy back. No one on the mark. They can go on here. He hasn't seen it.
Nolan's on too. Nolan's on.
He's still. Oh no, he's gone short to Long. Bad play by Sandhurst. Coughed it up. Walsh now. They run the lines to the Gisborne Dragons. Here they go. Player on here. Here comes Faulkner, the medalist out. Oh, good play.
What an attack on the footy.
Great attack on the footy. Brett Long, bad kick before, gets back on it, works hard. Wraps up a bit high. Says no, give it to me.
Hard to see how they missed them.
Yeah, 50 out from the Bulldogs goal. And of course, if you want a copy of this fantastic contest, you can get it from video or DVD. As the ball's tossed up 50 metres from the Dragons goal. And Holmes with a good kick. It's got about 30 metres for the Dragons.
He's hobbling, but he's still going, Holmes.
6-9-45, Sandhurst, Gisborne, 5-8-35 on the Macedon Rangers plus scoreboard. And Millard goes back behind the ball. Tom Hartney goes onto the ball. Brenton Toohey ready to come back on for Blair Holmes. He's soldiered on all day today. He's coming off for a well-deserved rest as Gow goes up. He won it down only to Gundy. Layden's in on the footy. No one can get it out. And Gow's got it now to Boland over to Toohey.
Fresh legs Toohey. Gets it on to Hare. Hare's been good in the third quarter. Bad kick though. Only as far as Bates. Bates now. He's going to have to play on. Not much time left. Swings inboard. Finds a teammate. Here they run the lines. Nolan. Great tackle. That's ball, umpire.
That could be the match.
That could be the match-winning tackle. Josh Nolan on Nick Grant. Gisborne had the momentum up. Nolan's got Matthew D loose. D to marks 50 metres out.
He's a great kick, but I think this will be a bit too far.
This will test him, but he may as well take his time and go back with a long kick to the top of the Barnard Street Square. 26 minutes gone, last quarter. Sandhurst by 7 points. Matthew D in possession, early indiscretion, got sent off and reported. Come back on and kick the goal. Can he get his second? Oh, runs in, kicks to the man on the mark. Bad play. Gisborne come out now looking for Malesi. Malesi waits for the bounce. Oh, good play by Allen. Cannons into a teammate though. Good play also by Gundy of Gisborne. It's Willing in the clinches, Alexander, as they go back in. Malesi gets the footy and the umpire says, give it to me. 26.5 minutes gone, final term.
this last 20 minutes, and this is why I like Leyden, he's gone to Clay, who was dominating.
Shut him
and
down.
He's shut him down. He's played well himself early, but now he's shut Clay down.
Ball goes forward for Gisborne. It's a 2-on-1 though, and for the Dragons, and Mead will win out. He gets up there, hand passes in front of himself. Walsh gets across, didn't go the footy. It's Jones getting back now, and Rizzo kicks forward up towards half forward. Ingleton leads in the race for the footy. Brett Long's right there though, and he works him towards the boundary line, and it'll be out and over the boundary line. Don't do anything stupid, boys. There's a bit on between Ingleton and Long, and the ball will be tossed up for the Gisborne Bulldogs. Are in attack, 50 metres out. It's tossed back in now. Long to do the ruck work. He does it. Comes down. Faulkner. Kick out of the pack towards the boundary line. Campiel pocket. No one can get there. They do now. Bennett gets there and just works it out for the Dragons. 1 minute left, says Dave Brown, in this under-18s grand final 2005 contest, and it's Sandhurst who lead by 7 points. Gisborne will need to get one now if they're going to win this match. Long is doing the ruck work. Third man up, Rizzo. One down towards Kelly. He couldn't get a handle on the footy. They hold it in now. Lee Kelly appeals for holding the ball, and the umpire runs in, says he'll ball it up 45 metres out from goal.
They both looked at the umpire then, wanting a decision on who was going to get the free kick, but no one will get it. Good play by Long, fisted over the back, only as far as a Gisborne opponent. Out they come. Gisborne get a quick kick. Good play by Tom Hartney. Born and bred in defence with his father Brendan. Out it comes Millard, and has kicked it out on the full.
I think time's up.
Time's going to beat the Gisborne Bulldogs, you would think. 20 seconds left on the clock. Gisborne in possession though. They go along now looking for Gundy. Gundy in front, comes down with a footy. Faulkner goes in the, out comes Gundy, has a shot on goal. Allen getting back. Salpietro takes a mark.
Salpietro 15 metres out on a pretty tight angle. It's sharper than 45 degrees. Waste no time. Comes in. A lot of Sandhurst blokes on the mark. Salpietro comes in and he's missed. Oh, he's hit the post.
That's not a bad result for him though.
He's hit the post.
That is not a bad result, because the kick in could determine if Gisborne get possession and kick a goal, we'll go extra time.
That's right, and Millard will be the man to bring the footy back into play. Or Manus goes down there. He says he wants the kick too. Doherty, don't worry about fighting Josh Nolan, mate. You've got to get the footy back.
The two current heads of Millard and Manus.
10 seconds of play remaining. We need a quick kick out. Gisborne have to mark this kick out if they're a chance. He goes long.
Good
kick, and that's the ball game. Nathan Mead has got possession for Sandhurst. Right on siren time. Should go any second. There it is. Sandhurst win the 2005 under-18 grand final, and it's a good reward for Coach Ben Dyer too, because he's been in nearly every grand final, hasn't won a hell of a lot, and Sandhurst, the top side all year, have won the 2005 Bendigo Football League grand final. They come from everywhere, the Junior Dragons. They're excited. Gisborne 5-9-39, Sandhurst victorious 6-9-45 on the Macedon Rangers glass scoreboard. A fantastic contest, Barry Finlay. It has been an absolutely wonderful contest, and of course you can get a copy of this game from Limelight Video Productions on video or DVD. Place your order with Adam in the grandstand. Barry, what a fantastic contest.
Yeah, look, it was a great game right through. Look, conditions weren't perfect, but both sides should hold their heads high. I think, look, Sandhurst, they're on ballers. Leyden, who was terrific early, then shut Clay out of it in that last 20 minutes. Manus come into the game. Millard was very good. And then for Gisborne, Chris Clay showed why he's played with Calder Cannons this year. Burgess, big body in the back line, along with their other big fella down there, Bates. So there was plenty of good players for each side. But look, if the next two games are as good as that one for a grand final, that's all you can ask for.
Yeah, it certainly is. Sandhurst victorious in the under-18s for 2005 by one straight kick. Goal kickers, Brenda Baker, no, Rick Jones has actually taken the goal kickers sheet, so that doesn't matter. We'll run through them later on. Sandhurst 6-9-45. In fact, you do have the goal kickers now. Brendan.
Just as well, our special comments man Barry Finlay was on the ball, but Jonesy just pinched me sheet. For the losers, Brenton Faulkner kicked 3 goals, Daniel Salpietro 1, and Chris Clay 1. And for Sandhurst, Bryce Fitzpatrick 1, Jack Kennedy 1, Matthew D 1, Jackson Bennett 1, John Leyden 1, and Tom McCarthy 1. So a fantastic under-18 grand final. as you said, magnificent football. It always is, and both sides, Gisborne were gallant in defeat, fantastic in defence, as Barry said, but they could not stem the flow all day.
Yes, they certainly couldn't. Sandhurst victorious in the under-18, 6-9-45. Gisborne 5-9-39 on the Macedon Rangers glass scoreboard. We'll be back after this reserves